Hi, I'm Athol Reed, co-founder of the ResTech Group, a company working with frequency technology. I'm going to be introducing a product that urgently needs to be brought to the public's attention, as well as a fantastic income-boosting proposition for you watching this DVD. So sit back and enjoy what's in store. A while back we came across this information from the early 1930s. It reported on the discovery that electronically generated frequencies were able to devitalize and destroy viruses, bacteria and other microbes. This was heralded as a major breakthrough in possibly ridding humanity of many dreaded diseases. In 1934, Medical Research Committee, aligned to the University of Southern California, oversaw the first clinical trial. In it, 16 terminal cancer patients were subjected to this newly discovered frequency technology. Within 4 months, every single one of these patients was signed off by the research committee as 100% clinically cured of cancer by the use of frequency and without any side effects experienced. As amazing as this was, it has also been clearly revealed how medical politics and the protecting of commercial interests has kept this discovery away from the public. The purpose of this DVD is to explain why this discovery is deemed so threatening to those controlling the healthcare industry, and also to provide an understanding of this technology and show how it helps prevent many forms of sickness and disease. We will additionally be looking at how to get hold of this technology at an affordable price, as well as the cash incentives being offered for passing this DVD on to others. Most of us have the utmost respect for doctors and pharmacists who care for us when we get sick, but there are other players within the healthcare sector whose motives are not necessarily focused on keeping the public healthy and well. Providing costly medicines to sick people has become a very lucrative source of revenue for pharmaceutical companies and to many others aligned to the healthcare industry. Think for a moment what preventing many forms of sickness and disease would do to the revenue of the pharmaceutical giants and the ripple effect this would have through the healthcare industry. The business of managing symptoms has without doubt resulted in many natural and non-money making healthcare innovations being discredited and kept from us the public, especially ones that are deemed a threat to ongoing revenues. It may probably shock many to learn that despite the trillions of dollars invested into researching drug-based treatments, that cancer cases in urban areas have not declined. In fact, they have been steadily rising over the last 50 years, from previously 1 in 20 of us being diagnosed with cancer to 1 in 4 people now falling prey to this chronic disease. 1 in 4 of us could soon be handing over big money for the medicines that will be prescribed to manage a virus-initiated disease which could actually have been prevented. And what about the many other virally transmitted diseases that frequency technology could possibly have been preventing over the years? It is not comforting to know that the health of the public is being manipulated for financial reasons, but we want to inform the public about frequency technology and the role it can play in assisting one to prevent a range of sickness conditions and life-threatening diseases. As far back as the 1930s, gifted scientist Royal Raymond Rife discovered that microbes like bacteria and viruses were able to be destroyed by subjecting them to their own unique frequencies. Despite the suppression attempts, work with frequency therapy has been continued by others like Dr. Robert Beck and Dr. Hilda Clark, whose pioneering work with square wave frequencies around the 1980s has been significant in being able to commercialize this technology. So how can frequency deal with the microbes that cause us harm? Frequency is not something one can see, feel or touch, so people generally have very little understanding of this technology. The purpose of this short video is to show you actual proof that square wave frequency is able to break down the external membrane structure of microbes and destroy them. You will notice that as the electronic frequency is applied and begins to match the specific frequency of the microbes, that the microbes become agitated and start to resonate or shake. Within only a few seconds, the microbe's membrane begins to rupture, spilling out the internal structure of the microbe, which gets expelled by the body as waste. With a ruptured membrane and no internal structure, a potentially harmful microbe is now effectively rendered harmless. It can no longer function or penetrate a healthy cell to replicate and then go on to infect other cells. Applying the right frequencies to kill microbes has been made simple through the advances in electronics. There are also no harmful side effects to worry about, as the frequency wavelengths used for microbes have no effect on the thicker and structurally different membranes of normal cells, and therefore do not affect them. Potentially dangerous microbes are a fact of life. If our immune system were infallible, we would obviously not get sick, but they aren't, and with modern living and increased levels of toxins, our immune systems seem to be fighting a losing battle. Frequency is a natural phenomenon, and the discovery that it could be used to devitalize microbes was a major breakthrough. Hopefully now that you have seen at microscopic level the actual effect of electrofrequency on a potentially harmful microbe, I hope that any initial skepticism held gets replaced with renewed hope and excitement. Many are unaware that just a single virus that manages to penetrate a cell is able to replicate itself many times over. This results in an eruption of new viruses, leaving a single infected cell. If our immune system does not manage to cope with this overload of new viruses, the surrounding cells also become infected. The sickness or disease-causing virus can then continue multiplying and spreading, with us unfortunately suffering the consequences. Frequency therapy is not some new fad or something that is without any track record, but rather something we have been denied access to, and for all the wrong reasons. Since the 1990s, an increasing number of hospitals, clinics and health practitioners all over the world have been quietly going about embracing electrofrequency technology. You won't, for example, convince this man that frequency therapy did not save his life. His HIV viral load was reduced through the application of this technology from millions per sample to now undetectable. What our company has been involved in developing and want to introduce to the public is the MicroZap, a powerful battery-operated frequency machine. This micro-sized unit delivers the same square wave frequencies as machines much larger and more costly, but the MicroZap is more practical and affordable and simple enough for anyone to use. And here's another benefit of electrotechnology worth noting. The tissues, organs and systems in our bodies are in reality a vast mass of interconnected cells. And because each cell consists of many electrically charged molecules made up of protons, neutrons and electrons, our body is foremost an energy-driven system, its prime function being to power all the biochemical activities taking place within the body. When poor diet, sleep or exercise habits disrupts our electromagnetic energy levels, we are left feeling flat and run down. Applying low levels of current to the body stimulates the electromagnetic energy at cellular level, significantly improving biochemical functions and boosting the performance of our immune systems. This is a list that documents 20 years of experiences reported by clinics, practitioners and patients using this therapy, and is available on our website. I'm showing it simply to highlight the number of sicknesses and conditions which electrofrequency can protect against or relieve. Too many people naively believe that sickness is not going to disrupt their lives, but as we saw earlier, the risk of cancer alone is statistically as high as 1 in 4 of us. None of us know if, how and when we may succumb to any one of these conditions, but the risk is possibly always there. So how costly is it to protect oneself against many possible sickness conditions and diseases? The regular selling price of the MicroZap kit in retail outlets and pharmacies is $190, with the only other cost being a single battery change every 30 days or so. But for this crusade, The entire kit is being offered to you and others for only $99. This effectively means you can benefit from years of electronic health protection for the same amount you would spend on a single doctor's visit and a single prescribed course of antibiotics. So, the ideal way to protect one's health naturally and to save on medical costs is to use a MicroZap daily, anywhere and any time that suits you. Each frequency therapy session undertaken assists to detox the body of harmful viruses and helps to relieve pain and irritating skin conditions initiated by the buildup of bacteria. Plus, the regular addition of microcurrent assists in maintaining electromagnetic energy within cells, contributing to better health and a more robust immune system. The message for this crusade is a simple one. Prevention as an option is better than succumbing to a sickness or disease and then having to go through all the pain, misery and cost involved in trying to manage or survive the symptoms. On a recent Dr. Oz show, he explained electrotherapy and encouraged the public to inform their doctors of their successes with this technology. He understands this technology was not incorporated into doctors' training, but has realized the importance of advancing doctors' understanding for the benefits of their patients. And if electrofrequency therapy wasn't genuine, why then would hospitals be reporting successes? And successfully reducing someone's HIV viral load from millions per sample to an undetectable level also indicates the real potential of this technology. The thought of you or a loved one falling prey to any sickness or disease is never a pleasant one. The good news is that there is a technology available to help protect us. Adding electrofrequency therapy to one's daily routine, just as we do with vitamin supplements and other health enhancing practices, can prevent many days, months or years of unnecessary pain, suffering and loss. I trust that this DVD has made it clear that real health protection begins with countering the virus and bacteria microbes that cause sickness and disease. Ordering a MicroZap therapy kit can help maintain good health and enable you to save on visits to the doctor and costly medicines. Hopefully this brief overview of electrofrequency and its many benefits has been an eye-opener. But there is also something else that may be of interest to you and others, especially in this tough economy. Part 2 of this presentation covers the income earning aspect of the MicroZap crusade and should definitely be viewed by those wanting to take advantage of some bonanza cash. So why not view part 2 of this presentation now? Or, should you require any further information relating to electrofrequency technology or wish to purchase a MicroZap kit, please revert to the MicroZap website. Thank you.